It's shocking how much work there is to do.
And she's been handling it alone all along.
You're just...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come...
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretary.
Have you seen this? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti they commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Julian Karst and bring the Adept. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual response.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took...
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most... Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilions. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She...
It's because of this absurd... When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter...
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily...
Speaking of Julian Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in...
Of course! We've been there...
That's good news. Could you go to Julian Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? We're saved.
It's about time...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ning...
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mount Aozang? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there. Standing over there. That's Ganyu! We found... Ganyu! Here you are!
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. I shouldn't. I have left the human world.
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary?
That's why you're here? You want me to come back?
What?
The clouds fold and unfold. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing my Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baiship. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I appreciate your kindness, but after 1,000 years away, I came back to Julian Karst.
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer?
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot...
Wow, you...
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well. A matter leaves you at an impasse. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One had... yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her...
Cloud Retainer...
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friend...
Oh, Paimon wants to...
Little Gan, when one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like... The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a...
Cloud retainer... Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
Ah, one's intention was...
And you did the exact...
Be that so, but return, one cannot help but feel. One will tell you more. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Joyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But, just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Joyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Joyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear that alone. She will find her predicament hard to calm.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Joyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve. She should be in the southern part of Mount Aozang right now.
Huh, is that so?
Why did you come here?
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloudred. The training is much to her signature style.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. If you're ready.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with.
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised. We've completed the task. I agree.
Ganyu, what?
The training's not
Huh? So there are more?
No. The only
Who is it?
conqueror of
Huh. So it's Xiao. That cold-hearted...
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him, he's already waiting for me.
Of course we are. I'm flying. Go, let's go.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us.
Xiao is such a...
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human. Always treading the line between the two instead of explaining yourself to me.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something, the trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential.
Yes. Next up, we're way behind schedule.
The trial's begun! I can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
I can fix this!
Go Let's go! Huh, I'm here.
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. See, only you can evaluate the result of this.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the...
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part...
Pesky visitor?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis. I've finally come upon... Are all of you the Adepti of the... great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
I am also one of the Adepti.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. What blessings can you grant?
Wow, straight to the...
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions.
For free? Do you mean that you
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything it would be unfair to other people if you got everything you want.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old...
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of a person of your age should focus on work and family.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to cheat people? Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus.
Nobody's stopping. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your...
It's not his behavior. I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel, but being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor.
It's true!
All right. If I'm proven right, I'll return...
It's a step in the right... Come on, Ganyu! We're almost...
I suppose you have a point. It would...
That's right!
I've spent too much time in the mountain. Let's go for a walk in the...
Happy to come with...
The smell of the sea breeze makes me...
Ganyu, you didn't leave...
Well, I used to be so busy.
Huh. That's true.
Well, when I think about my time here, it put me in a certain mood. Similar to the one...
Why? I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Allow me to...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for...
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures in most people's eyes.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's...
Oh...
Uncle Tien, a person of your standing should...
Oh, my apologies. Thank you for looking after me when I've...
Oh, so you've been friends...
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary.
Talking about secretaries... Oh, I don't know if I should bring it up.
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion.
I don't know. May I trouble you to meet her at you?
With pleasure. solving the Qixing's problem.
She's back in character. Just like that. Let's move then.
Please be mindful.
I don't know why, but see,
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I heard that you've encountered some
abusing his status.
Don't worry.
Ganyu's not only a...
So, what...
Where should I start? There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, without any evidence...
I see. It's not a...
Well, is there any...
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals.
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose you.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique.
Yes, you're right.
Aha! We meet again, traveler. I suppose you're about...
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's should we need to place such an order, we would...
What? Ugh. That rascal...
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based... Huh. Is there anything...
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure...
You know Second Life's business?
Of course. Ugh, I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review...
Oh, of course. Line by line and... Here, That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents.
I told you so.
But, Miss Ganyu, despite all this, can't he...
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supply...
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't...
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenter. Thank you for shining a light on...
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with...
I'm afraid
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and...
Oh, that's so considerate.
Welcome. I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but...
Kingsa really is full of lonely...
Hey, I heard that, Fly...
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and...
don't worry. Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well...
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life, Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have—
Oh, it's about Second Life.
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against—
Of course, but I'm not so...
What?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fun. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get.
So that's what happened.
I'll leave you to it then.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the—
They must be—
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu—
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, we won't cause a— Besides, I can up my intuition.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go— Think you can bully me?
Don't get in the way! You're not going anywhere!
Think you can bully me? Stand clear. Everybody stand back!
Close to set! It's time for a flash freeze! Chill to the bone!
Sayonara special!
I think you've had enough.
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but if you don't spill what— we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the
Fine. If you really want—
About to—
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a—
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Jinxa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot.
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like—
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? I swear, I only came here to—
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over
I misjudged the situation and offended you. Our exchange only represents my
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us for two.
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may—
Paimon's in!
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face?
What's your choice, then?
I'll get back to my berries.
What a bittersweet end.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too—
No worries. It's always—
Let's keep moving towards—
So this is the warehouse. It seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few naturals. Let's show them what we got. Everybody stand back! Enhanced Animal Marker 75!
Retribution!
Everybody stand back! This one is an invoice from One Min Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it. This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too. This one is Second Lives. Wait.
I promise to help you and I'll keep... Look, it's... Agreed.
Isn't it... Huixing, I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. I do hope that my business won't be affected.
Groundless accusations, but I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with...
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsha...
What? Proven guilt...
He's talking without rhyme or read. Time for the finish.
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this...
I'm... Master Lu, he...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This...
I didn't think you'd find out.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for...
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique?
He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this. I don't think you'll need my...
Yes, thank... I must say, your enemy knows to think. You came up with this...
It's actually one of your father... Pitting your opponent against their enemies. That's how Uncle Tien managed to keep... I figured that as Uncle Tien's daughter, so I decided to use one of your...
I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu.
Ganyu solved both Huixin's work and
Oh, you've helped me so much.
That's not necessary.
Then let me treat you to a meal.
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say, oh, come on.
If it's just a meal, there's no...
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first.
All right.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin.
Truth be...
Oh?
No, I don't...
With pleasure.
Even though I have the utmost respect for... I've only decided to join the UHI...
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, I can't compare myself to such an outstanding...
I disagree.
Over the years,
Huh? So, Uncle...
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she felt... At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. But after all that happened this time, I've...
So, what...
The fact that she'll have you, you'll help her. Gentle as always. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need...
Huixin, I...
Just like when you showed me my father's trick.
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Li, but I've always regarded... Huixin, you've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Li. They rely on me.
Of course.
Hooray!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract, and regardless, I'm afraid that it might have all... No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already?
Baisha, are you okay? Look who...
You even have enough time for leisure?
Not at all.
We wouldn't have survived long enough to...
Miss Ganyu, we've...
That's so kind of you all.
We've been praying day and night.
To us, you're like...
And forget all our envious complaints.
All right. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course.
Oh, finally.
Yes, I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. To think that I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand.
Sure, but...